Students, welcome you all to our Achievers Academy. Today in the chapter Solid State, we are going to study a very important topic, that is packing in crystalline solids. Now here I want to give you one notification is that our previous videos of this chapter, the link I have given in the description box. Anytime you can refer it. Now let's come to the topic, that is packing in the crystalline solid. So, how particles packed in the crystalline solids? So what does it mean? Packing means how particles are arranged in the crystalline solid. Now, as we know, in the crystalline solids, particles, how they are placed? They are very compactly placed, because what is the solid properties of solid state? The interparticular distance is very less and the particles are very close to each other. Now, in describing the packing in the crystalline solids, we have to consider the particles as a hard sphere. In the sense, the particles are very closely placed. Now, depending upon the packing, you will understand how the distance or interparticular distance between the particle is more or less. If the packing is very efficient, then the interparticular distance is less. Why? Because they are very closely placed. Now students, here in order to understand the packing, very important terminology is there, that is the coordination number. What is it? Coordination number. So coordination number is also considered as a CN, coordination number. So coordination number is what? The number of neighboring sphere which are attached to any particle in a given crystalline unit cell or in a given crystalline solid. So how many number that given particle is attached, that gives us idea about how the packing is efficient or not. If the coordination number is more, in the sense, if a particle attached to the neighboring particle in the maximum number, means the crystalline solid is very compactly placed. The compactness, the closeness between the particle of the sphere will be very less. Now, we will study, there are different packings are there. So in the closed packing, we are going to study 3 different types of packing. 1-dimensional packing, 2-dimensional packing and 3-dimensional packing. So one by one, with the help of diagram, we will understand them. This is 1-dimensional packing, then 2-dimensional, and the last one is 3-dimensional. So let's start with the 1-dimensional packing. This is very easy type of a packing, where in 1-dimensional, how sphere can be arranged. Now for that, I will give you the example of a string of beads, mala, string of beads. So here, how the particles are arranged in it? The particles are arranged in a one row. So in a 1-dimensional packing, particles are arranged in one row in 1 dimension. Okay, so if we want to find out what is the coordination number of 1-dimensional closed packing, then here we have to see with how many neighboring particles a given particle is touched or it is attached. So let's take suppose this is the particle whose coordination number we want to find out. Okay, so this particle is attached to how many particles? this is the neighboring one and this is the second one. So first and second. So the middle particle is attached to other two particles. So in one dimensional, if you will see, any particle is attached to other two neighboring particle. So here you can see in the diagram, which is given very clearly, okay, how particles are attached. So then let's write the coordination number. So coordination number for one dimensional close packing will be equal to 2. Now let's go with our second kind of close packing, that is two-dimensional close packing. Now students, two-dimensional close packing is of two types, square close packing and hexagonal close packing. So let's understand one by one how those type of packings takes place. Square close packing, and second one I have said, that is hexagonal close packing. In short, you can call it as a HCP, hexagonal close packing. Okay, let's study square close packing. Now students, in close packing in one dimensional, that is we have seen how the particles are arranged in one line. Now here in two dimensional, when we are studying, we have to consider this board which is in two dimensional, x and y axis, and we have to show the arrangement of the particle. So how we will show? See, first we will draw a one dimensional stacking. Okay, after drawing this one dimensional stacking, we have to show, we are going to stack the other one dimensional close packing layers exactly above of this layer. So how it will be, it is going to arrange how? Vertically and horizontally in alignment. So vertical and horizontal alignment will be there. So one more if layer we want to show, I will show this way. So here what you can see, the arrangement is same. Okay, it is just stacking of one dimensional close packing layer. This is stacking of one dimensional close packing layer. Above it we have stacked another layer. Above it we have stacked another layer. So stacking is same, and that's why if you will consider a type of particle, the type of particle are also of a same. So if this is a type of a stacking, so this is also of a same type. So this is also, we will call it as a type. This is also same type, so that this one is also we will call as a type. If I keep one more layer on this, so we will call it as a type. So square close packing is what type of a packing? The other name for square close packing is a type of a packing. So we can also call it as a type of a packing. So a type packing. Okay. Now students, why it is called as a square close packing? Okay. So before that, coming to this answer, I want to show you how we will count the coordination number. So as we know, what is coordination number? The number of neighboring particle attached to the given particle. So let's see, suppose we will take the middle one particle. Okay. So this middle one particle I will highlight with this different color. Okay. So let's see with how many neighboring particle this particle is attached. So this is the 1, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. This particle is directly attached to 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it clear? Okay. Then what is the coordination number? The coordination number for this square close packing is 4. Okay, very good. Now let's see why it is called as a square close packing. Okay, if I join all the centers, okay, if I join all the centers, what you can see, students? Formation of a square. Okay, so when we do the stacking of one-dimensional packing in the same manner, that is stacking one above the other, okay, so it is called as a AA type of a stacking. And when we join all the spheres which are contact with the middle sphere, what we will get? A formation of a square. That's why it is called as a square close packing. I think, is this clear to you? Okay. Now this is about the square close packing. Now here, if you will see, these are the empty spaces are present, which I'll show you here. So I'll just color one. So student, this empty space which is present between the combination of this 4 sphere, even here also. So this empty space is called as a void. This empty space is called as a void. Understood? Okay. So this is what is two-dimensional close packing. In that, this is a square close packing. Now you can see in this beside diagram also, which is very clear. See, by the diagram also you can understand how sphere are properly closely packed. Just give a look, and then we'll move to the next type of a packing, that is hexagonal close packing. Okay. So here we will understand this hexagonal close packing. This is the second type of a packing, hexagonal close packing, HCP, HC and P. Okay. Now here students, how we will arrange the particle. This is two-dimensional. So by using a one-dimensional stacking. One-dimensional stacking means this stacking, one-dimensional. So these are the one-dimensional particles. Okay. This is our one-dimensional. Now when I am going to place the second layer, I am not going to place on the top of each sphere. Rather, I am going to place in the depression. So you can see this depression here. These are the depression. So I am going to stack the another layer in this depression like this. Okay. So the third layer I am going to place again in the depression of the second layer. Okay. Here also we can show okay, fine. Okay. So here you can see how many layers are there. First, second, third and fourth. Okay. But how we are placed? We are placed in the depression. Student, now here if we will first understand the type of layer. Here if this is the first layer, this first layer, if I consider it as A, this first layer is same as that of a third layer. See, this is the second layer, this one is the fourth layer, and this one is the third layer, and this one is the fourth layer. So this first layer is same as that of the third layer. So I will write it as again A. Okay. Now this second layer is not same as that of a first layer, because here stacking is different. Okay. If this second layer is placed in the depression, so this I will label as a B. Understood? Now which another layer is matching with this second layer? This fourth layer. See, fourth layer is coming exactly in same alignment. So I will again label it as a B. So what type of a packing is this? Hexagonal close pack. Hexagonal close pack is a AB type of a packing. So in exam question may come, instead of directly asking, write a short note. on hexagonal close packing in two-dimensional, they may ask, write a short note on AB type of a packing in two-dimensional close packing. So that time you have to understand this is nothing else but the hexagonal close packing. Okay, so I will write here, it is AB type of packing. Okay student, AB type of a packing. Fine. Now as usual we will now find out the coordination number and why it is called as a hexagonal close packing, that also we will see. First let's find out the coordination number. Will help you to find out its name also. So in order to find out the coordination number, so let's take a sphere. So we will take a middle sphere by which is now touching to how many spheres? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I'll just highlight this middle sphere. Okay. This is our middle sphere and the number of spheres we are present in the vicinity are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what will be the coordination number? Coordination number for two-dimensional HCP, here I am writing in short, packing is 6. Okay. Now let's join this 6 spheres. With the help of this center point we will join. So on joining, what we are getting students? What we are getting? What is this? This is nothing else but the hexagon, and that's why it is called as a hexagonal close packing. See, yes, is it clear? See beside that diagram which will help you to understand more clearly rather than my diagram. Okay, fine. So see how that hexagon form. Now student, here we will see the empty spaces. What we call empty spaces? We call voids. So let's see the type of voids. Here see the voids are what? They are triangular in shape. I am just highlighting it with the red color. You can see how they are in triangular in shape. These are the trigonal type of a voids. Even you can see they are in the staggered form. See, one is above and one is below. So they are in the staggered form. See. So the voids are triangular. I show you here. See, the voids are triangular. One is this side. So other one is this side. So this type of a formation is called as a staggered form. So the trigonal voids are there. See. One apex is upward, then the apex is downward. Up, down, that way. Understood? Okay. Now, let's compare the hexagonal close packing and the square close packing. Just now we have studied square close packing. What was the coordination number for square close packing? Was 4. And now hexagonal is 6. So, coordination number gives you the idea about how hard the sphere is, how particles are compactly placed. When the coordination number is more, the particles are more compactly placed and the crystalline solid is very efficient. The solids are very hard solids. So, hexagonal close packing is a efficient type of a close packing in two-dimensional than the square close packing. Is it clear, students? So, with this we have completed two-dimensional close packing. Okay, now we are going to study the third type of a close packing, that is close packing in three-dimensional. Okay, so close packing in 3 dimensions. Now, close packing in 3 dimension is of a 3 type. We are going to study one by one each. So, square close packing, stacking of 2-dimensional square close packing. Our first type of a packing is stacking of 2-dimensional square close packing. Then we are going to study stacking of hexagonal close packing. So here we are going to stack the 2 layers of the hexagonal close packing. And lastly, stacking of third layer. Okay, third layer in hexagonal close packing. So third layer when we will stack, what kind of a packing we will get, that we will study one by one. Now let's first start stacking of 2-dimensional square close packing. Okay, so here I am drawing the diagram. Okay, so student, what we are doing actually, we are first showing the square close packing. Okay, so you know square close packing how it is. It is of same type of a layer stacking one of the above. So they are placing exactly one of the above. Now while stacking them, this is in 2-dimensional. Now we want to show in 3-dimensional. So how, if we will arrange the balls like this, and if you are going on placing on the one on the other, so just consider this is a first layer. Okay, this is a second layer. This is of a same type. So I am giving the same name because this layer is of a same type. Now if I am placing them in 3-dimensional, if you will see, the spheres will appear like this. Okay, so this way. Then the second layer I will show like this. So students, if you will see how 3-dimensionally they are stacked. Now this is the first layer. So here with the help of book I can show you. This is a first layer. Okay. Then this is a second layer stacking of one of the other horizontally and vertically, and this is the third layer, and so on the layers you are going to stack. But the pattern of stacking, how it is, exactly one of the above. Now when we stack this way, let's see what type of stacking we will get. Okay, and on stacking this, what will be the coordination number? So this is what we are studying is square 2-dimensional square close packing. Now in order to find out the coordination number, here you have to understand that suppose this is the first layer. Okay, if we will take the middle section. Okay, so suppose this is the middle section. So in the middle section, this particle is going to attach to 4 particles. So this is of its layer and the same layer like this. I'll show you on the diagram here. So if this is the middle particle, okay, so one will be present here, other will be present here like this. So they are in the same plane. Okay, they are in the same plane. They are present. Whereas the other layer particle, that is second A layer and the other second A layer particle are present one of the above. So this is of a second layer. So if this is the second layer, then this particle of the first layer and this particle of the third layer, which is above and which is below, means above the plane and below of the plane, and these 4 particles are in the plane. Okay, so what will be the coordination number then? The coordination number will be 6. So for this type of a close packing, coordination number is 6. Now this type of a packing, which results in the simple cubic close pack structure or primitive cubic close pack structure. So how it is? See, suppose if we will join the spheres, okay, so if we join them, what we will get is our simple cubic structure. This is what is simple cubic, that is SC, simple cubic close packing, and other name is primitive cubic cell. So this type of a cell we will get. So you understood what we have done? We have just stacked the two-dimensional square pack layers in three-dimensional way. The example is if you will arrange the laddu in the box, you will arrange the first layer like this, then you will arrange the second layer, then you will arrange the third layer on this. And if you want to know how many laddus are present around one particular middle laddu, so you can understand by this diagram, one above the layer, one below the layer, and four are in the same layer. Okay. And this type of packing is called as a AA type, as we are stacking the same layer one of the above. Now, example of this type of a packing. Polonium is the metal which gives us simple cubic close packing. In competitive exam question may ask the type of close packing, simple cubic close packing showed by the following metals or elements. So there polonium is the answer, student. Now let's go with the stacking hexagonal, that is the two-dimensional hexagonal, stacking of two layers of hexagonal close packing. So when we stack two layer of hexagonal close packing, what kind of arrangement we get? So here students, your total attention is needed. You understand it, you imagine it. For this diagram, here I am showing the diagram beside. So it is again very clear to you, where you will understand how the layers are stacked, how you are getting a proper simple cubic structure unit cell. Okay. Now as I have said, we are now studying the second type of a close packing in three-dimensional, that is stacking of two layer of hexagonal close pack layers. Okay. So now we are going to study the stacking of hexagonal close pack layers. So stacking of two HCP hexagonal close pack layers. Now we know in HCP, in hexagonal close pack layers, how we arrange the spheres. We arrange in the depression. Okay. So let's draw the diagram. So fine. Now this is the first hexagonal close pack layer. Okay, this is the first hexagonal close pack layer. So here I will write first HCP layer. Now I am going to arrange the second layer. So when I am going to arrange the second layer on the first layer, I am going to arrange in this way. Suppose here I am showing with this red sphere like this. So this is my red layer is the second HCP layer. This is the second HCP layer and this is the first HCP layer. Okay. Now this is I have drawn. Now I am going to draw it in the very clear view for you to understand. Okay. So when we place this two layer, this is the first layer and then this is the second layer on it. So here students, you can see what you can see here. Here are the three black color sphere. In this three black color sphere, there is a one middle red color sphere is there. Can you see it? So I am showing you here on the board again. So these are the three first black color sphere, okay, and then I am showing the second layer red color sphere. So what you can see here? What you can see here are the second red color sphere is placed on the what trigonal voids of the first layer. This is the trigonal voids. This void is a trigonal voids, and we have placed the second sphere on the trigonal voids. So due to this arrangement, what we get is tetragonal voids. Okay. So what this type of a voids we show it with the letter T, and it is called as a tetragonal void. Okay. Now let's join this. If we will join this center of this 4 and this center of this middle sphere, what we get is this. We'll get an equilateral triangle. These are the three centers of the three sphere, and here the fourth sphere. So if you join them, what we will get is the tetrahedral. Okay, we will get is a tetrahedron. Okay, understood? So here we get two types of void. First void is tetragonal void. The other void which we will get is, for that you have to again see, you have to understand it. Okay, so here you can see behind this black color spheres are there. This black color three spheres are there. Okay. Yes. And on this black color three spheres, you can see this red color first, second, and right first, second, and third sphere. I will draw it here again for you to understand. So this is the first sphere, this is the second sphere, this is the third sphere, and on that we will show the second layer of the red color sphere. So 1, 2, 3. Understood? So see student, here what is happened is, on the tetragonal void of the first layer is got covered by the tetragonal void of the second layer. See, these three black color sphere which are behind of the first layer, they have tetragonal void. They have the triangular void, and on that triangular void of the second three sphere is there. So it is got covered with the triangular void of the second layer three sphere. Now when we join this all, what we will get is, octahedron. So the diagram, so this type of void, first it is represented with the alphabet O, and it is called as a octahedral void. Okay, octahedral void. And with the help of diagram, I'll show you. Now this is the rear view where we have showed in the dotted, which we can't observe, which is the back side of the plane. So these are the, here is the one vertex, and here is the, when this three you are going to join this way. So here is the another vertex. Okay, so this is what is the octahedral void is. So when the stacking of two hexagonal layers, it's stacking two way, it stacks, and on stacking it forms a two types of voids. One is the tetragonal void and other one is octahedral void. Okay, now after this we are going to study the close packing in by packing the third HCP layer. So when we will place the third layer, just now we have studied first and second layer. Now we will study for the third layer. So when third layer is going to stack again on this, so it will stack in two different ways. It will give us two different types of packing. Student, is it clear? Is there any confusion in your mind? I'll repeat it again for you. Understand it. Stack. We have studied in three-dimensional. We have studied first simple cubic close packing. So where we have just stacked the layer one after the other. The box of laddu, which I have given the example, where we got the simple cubic structure, or we also call it as a primitive cubic structure, and the example was polonium. Now, when we stack HCP, hexagonal close pack layers, so here we have taken just two layers. So when we take two layers, due to this arrangement, we get two types of voids. One is tetragonal void and other one is octahedral void. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are moving to the third, that is packing of third HCP layer. Now we are moving towards the third. So this third HCP layer gives us two type of structures. Okay. So stacking of third hexagonal close pack layers. So when third hexagonal close pack layers will stack, what will happen? Now same thing, you have to just imagine this is the first layer, this is the second layer. Now you have to imagine the third layer. So student, when the third layer will come, okay, so I'll again draw the diagram for you. So okay. Now we are these are the two layers stacking. Then when we are going to place the third layer, suppose this is the first, this is the second. Now third layer which we are going to place, we'll place in, or consider this as a first, this as a second. When we are going to place the third layer on this, then that third layer we can place in two different ways. We can place this way, that is I'll show you with the dotted. The dotted one is of a third layer. This is so the stacking will be of same as that of the first layer. So it is again matching with the first layer. See, first layer was black ball, then the second layer is of the red ball, and now the third layer which we are placing, it is exactly, which I have shown with the dotted, which is exactly same in alignment with the first layer. So if this is A, first is A, this is B, then this is again A. So it is AB type of a packing. Okay. So this AB type of a packing is also called as a hexagonal close packing. What is called as a hexagonal close packing? So AB type of a packing. So here we will get the two type of a packing. So this diagram I will draw for you to understand. So just here we have to imagine first and second layer we have understood. Now how third layer we will place on the second layer. So when we will place the first layer, it gives us AB type of a packing. So it is also called as a HCP. It gives us hexagonal close packing structure. Now what will be the another type of packing? Now here the first layer is the black color ball. Then the second layer is of the red color ball. Then the third layer will be there where we will show, I'll show you again here, I'll draw for you. Okay, if this is the first layer, this red one is the second layer. layer. Then my first layer will be opposite to, I'll name it also. If this is a first layer, this is a second layer, then my third layer will be opposite to the first layer. Means if my this sphere is facing this direction, then this will facing here. This way. So in diagram, if I want to show you, I'll show you this way. So the third layer will be, you can say, different. So if this is A, this is B, and this will be C. So in diagram I want to show, I'll show you. You will understand it very clearly. In this type of packing, see, so this is in one plane. Okay, all these are in one plane. 6 spheres. This is our middle layer, B layer. Okay, then our first layer is A layer, which in the same way as that of our third layer. So again we are showing the same. So this, they are in same alignment. Here when we are showing the second type of packing, that is ABC type of a packing, it is also called as a cubic close packing or FCC packing, face centered cubic packing. Here only one difference is there, that is the middle layer, that is B layer, is as it is. Okay, then our first layer is in this way, then the second layer will be in this way, opposite of first layer. Because what we are talking that first layer is A, second layer is B, then the third layer is different, it's C. So ABC type of a packing. Understood? Now, okay, so this way the layers are arranged. Now, let's see the example. So if we'll see the example under this kind of a packing, examples are magnesium and zinc. Shows such kind of a packing, that is hexagonal close packing in 3-dimensional. And here if you see the examples are copper and silver. Now coordination number, it's very easy to calculate here. If this is the middle sphere, then this middle sphere is here present attached to the 6 spheres beside, and 3 up 3 down. So 6, 3 up 3 down, so it is totally equal to 12. So coordination number for stacking in 3-dimensional HCP layers for HCP, for FCC and cubic close pack structure is 12. So with this, students, we have completed all the 3-dimensional close packing. So students, you just go through all the diagrams given in the textbook, you try to draw them, you understand them, and then you will easily you can learn that particular topic, because this topic is really important as point of view of the board exam. So students, if you have understood the way I am teaching, so like, subscribe to get the notification for my next video. Thank you all of you.